What's good, gamers? I guess I should make a video about this, huh? Even though what I'm going to say can really be summed up in like 2 tweets. So the news came out today that Destiny 2 is no longer going to be receiving live service updates following the major update on June 9th. The future expansions are canceled, and it's just time to pull the plug, or at the very least, stop active development of Destiny 2. The game will still be playable, the content will exist in a state that kind of similar to Destiny 1 exists, where it is all still accessible if you would like to go back and participate. There's also going to be some Moments of Triumph type stuff, Age of Triumph type stuff with this Monument of Triumph. That's going to give you things to do and chase. There's going to be some new Crucible stuff. There's going to be some new abilities, and one of which is a new Void Hunter melee, because Void Hunter needs more buffs, more new things. Give Void Hunter all of the shiny. There's going to be some game modes, some game types, I think, like this softcore thing and the weird, I don't know, D1 feeling sandbox stuff. There's gonna be some new stuff to chase and do. SRL is coming back, and the reason that I'm making this video is I feel like an insane person. Everyone else is losing their fucking mind. Like, every video is just like cue the Deep Stone Lullaby. Wow, I never thought that this would happen. And then just reacting to the article because everybody's a fucking streamer except for like Bife. But like, to me, this announcement is a good thing. And I've been saying for about a year at this point that Destiny should have ended with Final Shape. This should have happened earlier, like a year and a half ago. And I'm glad it's happening now, but it feels kind of shit that it took this long, so like I could see that concern, but everybody's like freaking out like the fucking sky is falling, and I don't know why. This has been going for almost 12 years. They say it in the article that we've been going for almost 12 years. You know how long 12 years is to work on the same project? It's a miracle we got to 10. It's a miracle we got to 7, I'm be honest. And a lot of people said it should have ended a long time beforehand. I don't understand the sky is falling mentality surrounding this. I don't. It doesn't make any sense to me. Now, does this suck? Yeah, it does suck. Destiny deserved more. Absolutely. Bungie mishandled a lot of things. The leadership decided that they were going to inflate they were going to sell the shit out of the company to Sony and then bail when the money was high. Like, they absolutely did a great job as far as capitalism is concerned, but the rest of this shit, it's a mess. And like, yeah, absolutely, it should have like been put out of its misery earlier. Like, there should have been a moment after the Final Shape, like maybe 6 months in, 8 months in, to go, hey, so we're going into Age of Triumph mode now, and we're gonna work on Destiny 3. Peace. Right? Like, that should have been what they did, but they didn't, and now we're here. And I don't think there was ever a way that this plays out where this doesn't happen. Does that make sense? Like, not that they've confirmed that they're working on Destiny 3, but are we really, like, so out of the loop on reality that we didn't understand what asking for a third game would entail? I'm stealing from Cooled here, so thank you. Yeah, the Band-Aid being ripped off kind of sucks, but, like, are we not happy that we're no longer, like, bleeding out on the floor? Are we not happy that we finally have an answer to what's coming next? Age of Triumph 2.0, and then nothing, and that's fine. Stories need to end. Things need to have an end. We cannot limp on forever. We've been beating this dead horse and hoping that nobody realizes it's dead for years. I love Destiny. Don't get me wrong. I fucking love Destiny. But damn it, this needed to happen. I am under no delusions that this was the optimal outcome, but it needed to fucking happen. Maybe Shattered Cycle would have been great, but we don't know. And another year of bleeding people and not performing very well, and people getting mad about the price tag that comes with all of this stuff, and the baggage of just being a Bungie title, and all of the shit that's come from Marathon not doing as well as it should have, and all these other things. I would rather avoid all of that and cut the cord now. Like, the game's not going away, so maybe cut the cord doesn't really fit there, but like, have an end point. Put the game into a state where you're like, alright, here's a bunch of things for you to go chase while we work on the next thing. We hope you enjoy this last hurrah. We're moving on. We might be moving on to Destiny 3. we might not be moving on to Destiny 3. It's neither been confirmed nor denied. Now, I am an outsider. I don't work in the industry. I have very little financial expertise. And like I said before, there's been no official direct communication from Bungie or Sony that they're going to be doing a third Destiny game, or in the other direction, they're not doing a third Destiny game. But in my very uninformed opinion, I do not see a way where there isn't at least an attempt at a D3 or an equivalent from Bungie. It is their only IP that makes money in any meaningful way. Despite its recent existence being an exercise in beating the dead horse and hoping the audience couldn't tell that it was dead, it's the last one standing in a sea of games that tried to do the same, and nothing killed it. It killed itself, but rather it lived its life and then kept limping after it died and whatever. But there's nothing like Destiny, and there will never be anything that hits the quality mark that Raid Night in Destiny did. So not working on another entry would be financial suicide on Sony's part. Unless they want to dissolve Bungie and, like, split up the team and absorb them into other projects, but that would be an incredibly fucking stupid decision given all that we know, in my opinion. Like I said, I don't know the inner workings behind closed doors. What we do know from the earnings call is that even all things considered, they still consider them to be a $2.9 billion asset. So, I don't think that you absorb and destroy things if you still consider them to be around $3 billion. But that's just me. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm not an accountant. I'm not a finance guy. I don't fucking know. But, like, you don't buy a company for a couple of billion and then eat it alive after 2 years. Especially when you're Sony, who routinely has their first-party studios on development mode for 5 to 6 years at a time without a product to show for it until the end of that. Now, it's a different market. Live service versus single players is a whole, there's a whole conversation to be had there, but that's not what I'm talking about today, so. And, like, some people think that the legacy is going to hold it over because people would be upset if, like, Sony cannibalized Bungie. People are already upset. I don't think that that's holding them back, to be honest, but, like, to that point, you don't fuck with legacy after buying something because of the legacy. Like, Sony can slap from the makers of Halo and Destiny on everything that Bungie makes going forward, and despite the opinions on where modern Halo is and where Destiny 2 ended up, that's still an incredibly impactful legacy. Like, they're the studio that made the most influential shooters of their time, the most influential games of their time, right? Like, it's not even fucking close. Personally, I expect to see a PNG of the Destiny logo or a 3 within the next couple of State of Plays or the next Jeff event, like Summer Jeff Fest or the Jeff Awards, with Crow or Savathun doing voiceover and, like, the horns that you hear in the opening menu screen of Destiny, and, like, doing something similar to what the Elder Scrolls 6 did when they got announced. Because, like, there's a lot of discourse, and it's going to take a while, like, assuming that they've been incubating Destiny 3 for 6 months, which, again, we don't have confirmation on what they were doing or what they weren't doing, but assuming they've been doing that for, like, 6 months, it's still, like, 5 years out at the least to get to D3. So, to tide people over, I imagine there's going to be some stuff there. Plus, like, I hate using Steam charts, but Destiny on PC was having more players than Marathon does. So, like, if Marathon's getting a year of updates that are significant changes to the game, per Sony's communication, they think it's doing well, I don't see them just abandoning the IP of Destiny entirely. Now, do I think that Bungie moving on from Destiny is probably a good idea? Yeah, but I think that's what Marathon is for, in my opinion. But if Marathon is doing worse than Destiny, even in the midst of this mess, there's no way that Destiny as a franchise ends if Marathon is still getting support, if that makes sense. Oh, the last thing I want to talk about is this: why would I bother playing the new content if there's nothing to use the new weapons in? Dude, this is why the Crucible is so important. Nobody said that during Age of Triumphs back in D1, and if they did, I didn't see them, so maybe that's on me for not being as online as I am now, but I know for a fact people still went out of their way to earn shit back in Destiny 1 when it was in Age of Triumph mode. Why is that different now? Like, this culture is just only loot, no play. It's so fucking frustrating. Do you not like playing video games? Whatever. Everybody's been saying there needs to be a Destiny 3. What did we think that was going to entail? There was going to be an end. I think that we should have just accepted this. This is good news. I understand that it might be emotional because there's a lot of emotions. This is a very important game for a lot of people. It's been a part of their lives forever. Destiny as a franchise has been a part of my life since Destiny existed. So, like, I get that there's a lot of emotions there, and maybe I'm either too autistic or I've already gone through the emotions on this, but I don't see why we're all freaking out like it's the end of the world. If you have, and like genuinely, I know I come across as dismissive and disrespectful. This is a genuine ask on my part. What am I missing? Like, I want to know, I want to understand why we're freaking out about this like it's the end of the world. So please, let me know your opinion in those comments down below. Maybe you agree with me. If you don't, that's fine too. I want to hear about it. I'm shoving this out the door quickly because I want to kind of be part of the discussion before everybody has it. I don't really care if this video does well. This is really quick and thrown together in a mess, but like I genuinely would like to know, what am I missing? Should I really be freaking out? Like, is this actually the end of the world? Like, what detail am I overlooking? And I will be down there in the comments responding like I always do, because I am a glutton for punishment. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful day.